Sheriff, this morning, just after 2 a.m., our Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a shooting in a parking lot outside of some type of club, bar. What they learned was that approximately 5 people had been shot. All have been transported to hospitals. At this point, one of the victims has been confirmed deceased, and the other 4, we're still trying to determine the exact nature of her wounds and their condition. But at least one has been confirmed already, and we know, again, a total of about 5 people that were shot. The information we have right now is very preliminary. We believe there may have been a vehicle that pulled up right around the 2 a.m. time frame. There were multiple people inside the vehicle, exited the vehicle, and began opening fire upon the patrons that were outside of the club at the time. And again, multiple people were wounded. We believe it was 2 males that were wounded and 3 women. And at this point, that's what we have. We have very preliminary information, but it looks like over 50 shots were fired here, which is a very scary situation considering there's like a mobile food truck, and again, the number of patrons that were outside, and again, 5 people were shot. So it's still very early in our investigation. We have both our crime scene investigators as well as homicide investigators, and they'll be combing through the location here, trying to locate potential witnesses. Most have left the location already, as well as just trying to canvass the area for any other witnesses or cameras or anything that may be available to them as part of their standard follow-up investigation. We do ask that if anyone has any information about this incident, to please give us a call at 713-222-TIPS. That's Crime Stoppers, and they can always report the information anonymously. We know there were a lot of people out here, and again, we'd like to try to determine what happened to try to get some answers for the family.
The deceased, is that going to be a female or a male?
The deceased is a male. The information we have, again, is 5 people wounded. Of the 5, 2 were males, 3 were females. One of the males is the one that was pronounced deceased. The others, we don't know their condition at this point.
And did all 5 get transported by ambulances or private automobile?
I don't know how they were transported, but I'm assuming based on information, the preliminary information I received, they all went by ambulance, but that's something that we could try to confirm.
Do you have any idea, were they all adults, all the victims?
That's the information we have, they're all adults.
I know it's still early in the investigation, but do you know, does this appear to be a targeted attack or random?
If the information is correct that somebody exited from a vehicle and began opening fire, then I mean, that's probably a good indicator that they were coming with purpose, and maybe it was targeted at somebody. Maybe there was some type of beef before inside the club that later spilled out. But at this point, we don't know that. You know, it's just assuming. But we'll definitely look into all angles, and that's why we'd like witnesses to come forward so we could have a better idea of what's occurring.
Is this the club, the Lounge 33?
Yes, Lounge 33. It occurred in the parking lot.
As you said, over 50 shots were fired, so you have a relatively large crime scene. Can you talk about the process, what goes into handling such a large scene like this?
Yeah, it's been a busy night, actually. Our deputies out here have done a phenomenal job just responding to a lot of calls, but specific to this, our crime scene investigators come, they're combing the location for any possible evidence. Primarily it's going to be firearms evidence, but sometimes there may be discarded items on the parking lot that they may discover, other things. So it'll be kind of a thorough scene investigation. And so that's what will happen. And then working in concert with our homicide investigators as well to see if evidence kind of gives any preliminary information on where it occurred. Like I said, it looks like a lot of those shots were fired primarily in a concentrated area, which is right in front of the club by a mobile food truck. Some vehicles were also struck. So it seems to be pretty contained by and large. But again, this is pretty wild. But this is the kind of stuff we're confronting on a pretty regular basis, and the high number of shots. Again, it's over 50. And also it appears at least one AK-47 was utilized. So this is pretty potent stuff that we're seeing out here on the streets that our deputies and law enforcement have to encounter every day.